guys? Welcome back. Another episode of the Capture the Moment podcast. We're just going to be catching up on some gaming and FGC stuff. What are your thoughts on like the Cap Cup being pay per view now for the top 16?
Man, it kind of sucks. To be honest, it's like this is probably the first, in my personal opinion, one of the first missteps that Capcom has did. Since their resurgence. Because they started, I think, with Resident Evil 2 remake was the beginning. Then Monster Hunter and Devil May Cry 5, and then it's like they're on a roll.
Yeah.
And then you get the Street Fighter 6. The game is a success. It's like, honestly, I feel if you bought a copy of the game, you already paid your price to watch Capcom Cup. You understand? So I mean, they're just being a little greedy, in my opinion. And it's so fucked up, man. Excuse my language, but it's so messed up because, man, they have some good matches. There's been some real good matches.
Dude, Have you been watching Button Check, dude? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Even some of the stuff I was watching outside of Button Check, which is pretty rare, because the timing has been kind of off. And one of the mornings, I caught that Shanghai versus Blaz match.
Man,
I was
that
like,
match.
oh my god, dude! And then immediately, Ernesto had it on Button Check. And but dude, I was like, holy shit,
Man.
Everyone was, and then that's the thing. This is what, the game, having Capcom Cup promotes the game. It's hype. It's views, it's people tuning in, it's people saying, holy shit, I want to be part of that. Even FGC outside of Street Fighter players might see how hype it was, and be like, oh shit, I want to get in on that, I don't know, man. And you just made the best point, I think, of everything. It's like, why not have the game could have had a coupon code inside that says, okay, this gets you Capcom Cup 12 access. When it's time, put in this code. It would be like in the inside sleeve, or it would be on, whatever, and each one would be different. So there'd be a different code for everyone. And for anybody that buys the game, or if you're digital, it would be sent to your email or something, whatever. But dude, that would have been perfect. So at least most of the hardcore fans, and don't fucking penalize for the streaming shit. I should have been able to watch it with either Max or Justin or somebody, and even if you were going to do a thing where you have to pay, but you can still stream it, you can still do a partnered a mirror stream. It's like, dude, okay, well, I'm sure Max would have paid the 10 if all of his subscribers can watch it, or same thing. But then he isn't on principle, or same thing. And then, but plus he can't stream it, so it's a lose-lose. Where, dude, I'm super hyped for this camp, and it's supposed to be, what did Ernesto say? It was going to be towards the end of March that it would be up on YouTube, for everyone to watch. That kind of sucks, man. But, I don't know. I'm not a player, so to me, I'll still be hyped to see it. I'm going to try to not know the results. I probably won't watch, and this is the messed up thing. I probably won't watch Button Check for the next few weeks, just to avoid spoilers on Capcom.
Same thing, I actually told myself I wasn't going to watch today because I already got invested. It's like, no, just don't get too invested because you can't watch the whole thing.
And so what? They're doing a duel. They're finishing up Street Fighter League at the same time during Capcom Cup. I don't understand how are these people even getting sleep? Because they're doing groups. I turned in and I thought, oh, this is Cap Cup, this is the tournament. And it's no, it's groups. And I'm wait, so is that separate from Street Fighter League? Are they just doing a group and a singles tournament?
I don't know.
Or maybe that's the top qualifiers from SFL when, they're finishing it up or something, because I think that's how they do it. You win Street Fighter League in your area, you get your prize for that, and then you go up against the other qualifying teams. So like the leader, the one that won out of Division A and Division B, and maybe there's 4 divisions, one in Japan, one in America, or whatever it is. Something, but I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. At the end of the day, it's like I really hate that Capcom did this, you know, and it's like the only little, you know, I guess blemish right now, you know, that Capcom has on the Max isn't even talking about. It's so funny. I was in this, like looking at the chat the other day, and somebody in the chat was like, why is the Max reacting to Capcom Cup? Everybody in the chat was like, what Capcom Cup? Like, we don't know what you're talking about. You know, it's like everybody just like ignoring it. And it's so funny because he's not even mentioning it. And it's sad, you know, and not just him. I mean, like, what's my man, Diaphone?
Yeah, Diaphone.
You know, Say Jam, all those guys, you know, it's like, fucking sucks, you know?
Yeah. Well, let me switch gears here. I've sent you a few videos. Now, I wanted to hear your thoughts on the gaming stuff, like the Street Fighter, the SNK versus Capcom videos that guy's making.
That was pretty sick. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, because dude, I'm thinking like if they could get a backer, you know, if they could get somebody to like put in some time and effort and have it. Now, what about the Sega versus Capcom? What do you think of that?
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. You know, with Sonic, all of them. Yeah, the combos was looking pretty sick.
Characters from whatever it was, Skies of Arcadia, and random. You know, there's a lot of Sega characters. So, like, if they really went into the Sega archives, you know, put like Shinobi in there, or you know, something like that. So I don't know. There's just, I feel like there's a lot of characters outside of just Sonic from other Sega platforms.
Oh yeah, Sega guys.
So you know, I mean, dang, but you know, and have an assist where you call out the jet from Afterburner and drop a nuke on them or something. You know, like or the car from Outrun drives by and hits them or something. You know, things that Sega. You know,
don't forget all the Sega. Yakuza. Have you ever played Yakuza? There's so many characters in that Sega game alone.
No, not really.
You haven't? But it's a lot of characters that they could pull from that franchise.
But let me, okay, so the last topic that I'd like to discuss with you before I end the recording is what about some of the AI videos that I've sent you of like Vegito versus Gogeta, and you know, some of that stuff I sent you where it's like, I mean, this is looking Gogeta versus all the gods from, you know, from the multiverse tournament, Super Saiyan, you know, I mean, did you watch those? Like,
yeah, they were pretty cool. Yeah, I liked them. You know,
I mean, I think it's just, I'm really impressed by, to me, how crazy it's getting. I mean, there's definitely shortcuts you can see, and you can see, you know, there's some shots where stuff doesn't always line up 1-to-1. You know, you're like, well, wait, what? You know, what is that? Or it looks a little off or whatever. But to me, it looks pretty good. I mean, you know, even the one with, I can't remember if I sent you, but Bulma fighting Spirits. And she slaps the shit out of them and then keeps fighting them. And I'm like, damn, this looks legit. Like, if somebody saw this and they didn't know, and you said, oh, this is a scene from Super, I literally think it could fool some people, you know? And that's the thing. It's like, dude, it's never been to that point. This sea dance or whatever it is. And then, have you seen those live action where it looks like 70s Dragon Ball, and it's like,
I've seen that one.
And I've seen about 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah, I've seen the one where the dude he throws the pillar. It's like a Dragon Ball, and he jumps on it and rides it. Yeah, that was pretty sick. But they did it live action.
But I mean, dude, that to me is crazy. Like that they're getting to a point where like you can kind of like you basically can take a clip of an animated thing and then have it turn real, or you can do a what if scenario with like Gogeta and Vegito fighting, or Vegito fighting, all the multiverse gods or something. Some dream fight that you've never seen, and just put it in, and now it's there. Like, to me, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's like you probably seen them videos floating around where it's like old school karate movies, but it's like a cat fighting kung fu guys.
Yeah. And then what about the dancing one? So it's Dirty Dancing, and they take it and make different movie scenes, but it's the copied Dirty Dancing scene where he's doing like in the middle of the rows, and then she's up on stage and she laughs, and they've done it with like Silence of the Lambs, Silence of the Lambs, like with what's his name? Hannibal Lecter in the middle, and he's doing the dance like Patrick Swayze, and then Jodie Foster's laughing. I've seen it with Han and Leia. I've seen it with these different characters, and I'm like, man, like the shit that they can do.
Yeah, man.
Recently is just like it's getting
crazy,
really crazy. Like, and
it's only getting better. Once again, I was watching the video, and the guy was talking about, because I don't know you keep up with too much hip hop, but right now 50 Cent getting bombed on by every rapper.
I saw the slap video with it had who was it from back in the day? Ja Rule and all coming up, and he with all the powder on his hand, and he's everyone. I saw that one. Yeah, just like that shit is bad.
But Pete, it's like now, they battling, but they using AI in the videos, so the guy he was reacting to it, and he was saying like a lot of these people, they're talking about the AI being used in the videos, and it's like, look, man, he's like, I'm just going to say this right now. Either you get with it or you're going to get rolled over. AI is here to stay, and it's only going to get better. You laugh at, because we can look at certain things, and it's still that uncanny valley to an extent.
A little bit, maybe.
Yeah, but it's getting so good. I think in maybe 2 to 3 years, you probably won't be able to do it.
Not even that. I think 6 months. It's
6 months, you think?
One or two more iterations of leveling up. It's like DBZ. Each time it levels up and powers up. So C-Dance, and then BO3, and then, you'll have a BO4, and then a C-Dance 3.0, and then, whatever. I think it's only going to be one or two more iterations before it's
going to be pretty much impossible to tell the difference.
Yeah, because, they can do everything. They can have animals talk. They can have celebrities, like, full dialogue and, like, action scenes and group of people talking and interacting. And
man, they did one yesterday, bro. I think it was almost... People were in the comments like, man, this is how you should use AI. It was like, Biggie and Tupac, of course, died. And they did it where it's like J. Cole did the song, and it's like they were, he was rapping from the perspective of Pac, using Pac's voice through AI, and then rapping through the perspective of Biggie, using Biggie's voice as AI. And it was like he called Pac when Pac put out that Hit 'Em Up song. And so he was like, look, man, but it was all in a rhyme scheme, and he did it through AI. It was so sick. And it was like they stopped the beef from happening, the whole East Coast, West Coast stuff. Then they showed them both leaving their perspective, record labels joining together, them being older, and like then they show like Pac at Biggie's tombstone. It's like 2049, they old men. You know what I'm saying? Like they made amends and came together, and it was so sweet. And people were in the comments were like, man, this is what AI was made for. You know what I'm saying? And that's sick, man. And that's just, like you said, man, that's just scratching the surface,
One of the things I've seen on Facebook is it's like suggestions for remakes of games with AI, and it's like Street Fighter 2, Mega Man, Contra, all these old school games that like they make look like Unreal Engine 5 graphics, And dude, the one he did of Street Fighter 2 looked better than Street Fighter 6. I'm like, wait, what? Like, how does,
For real?
Yeah, I mean, it was just like Ryu and Blanca on Guile stage, whatever. But, dude, it looked incredible. And I was like, holy crap, dude. Like, the stuff it can do these days is so next level. And,
yeah, man.
So...
Like, which one are you, like, are you using when you be doing the Dragon Ball?
I don't do I don't do any. I didn't make those.
No. Oh, you didn't? Oh,
No, no.
Okay.
If I could make those, I'd be retired. But I'd be making, and like these live. I don't know if you've seen some of these videos that I post on my channel that were, but like, dude, these live behind the scenes Street Fighter, and so it's supposed to be like they're making a movie, which they are, but not the real movie. Like it's a fake movie of the game and the actors who are portraying them. And like so, like Honda is doing the 100 hand slaps, and you see like 20 guys around them in all green, so that they blend in with the green screen, holding up hands on sticks.
Oh, I think I've seen it. Like a behind the scenes, okay.
The Chun-Li, and she's got like 4 legs strapped to so it looks like a blurred leg effect.
Okay.
And, I just think they're hilarious, man.
That's pretty sick.
Whoever came up with the idea to do that, it's got Bison, like all green screen behind him, and he's on one of those hoverboards, and then or he's doing a Psycho Crusher. They have him on where they, one of those metal things that they put a dead body on, or like whatever, kind of a meat tray, and they have him on that doing like a Psycho Crusher with like 4 green guys pushing them down a hallway. I'm like, dude, the shit is so dumb, but it's hilarious and it looks insane. Dalton holding it had a stilt. It had a leg, so it looked perspective wise like he had his foot, was towards the screen. Like it basically had a foot on a stick, and he's sitting there, whatever. And just like, man, that's dumb, but it's so funny to me. So
man, I'm thinking dude, for to do that type of stuff, you need one of those, $300 AI packages of $300 a month type of
Well, it's a combination of, I think it's, your computer power too. Like you also need a pretty decent computer. Now, if these are being run where it's going through the software and it's doing it online, or if some of them where it's also dependent on your computer power, like your graphics card and your whatever, and some of these, because these people are keeping the characters consistent across 5 or 6 videos. So they're using some program where they can have that likeness of Sakura or that likeness of Ryu, and every video they make, he looks the same, the Zangief guy looks the same, and the Guile guy kind of looks the same. And even one where she's like, oh, I know a lot of people think I'm not real, but I just wanted to say, I definitely am. And obviously she's not, but it's funny that, outtakes and, Dragon Ball Z behind the scenes, and you see them, putting on Piccolo's makeup or, coloring Blanca's face, It's like a guy in glasses and they're painting his chest green and, whatever.
Yeah, I saw one yesterday. It was like Beavis and Butthead, but they were real, but they had the same shaped head.
Yeah.
That looked wild, bro.
Yeah.
That shit look wild.
Well, hey, man, I'm about to pick up some food and let you go. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. And maybe we can talk this weekend or next week, kind of catch up on some more life
we can,
things.
Man. Yeah, shit's been real around. We'll talk.